Now I'm going to talk about the Analyze feature of IQNECT. So in this scenario, I am a requirements engineer, and I have written some or maybe all of the requirements in this system requirements tracker. So at this point, let's say for this Lansing device requirement, I think I'm ready to send that to Review Hub for a peer review. But before I do so and waste someone's valuable time because I made a silly mistake or overlooked something, I'm going to use IQNECT Analyze as a digital assistant, if you will, to provide some initial feedback and potential suggestions for improvement. So we have a couple different places that we can invoke the Analyze functionality from. One is this star that has the ranking here already. We also have an AI menu with an Analyze option in it, so we'll go ahead and select that. So this provides a rating score of overall quality. Again, this is against things like industry standards and best practices, and it also provides some additional details specific to this item that could be improved upon. So for example, clarity, testability, completeness. Also want to point out here for traceability, it says this requirement does not clearly trace back to the upstream documentation, especially considering the issues with the real-time operating system and algorithm. So what this is doing is it's also looking not just at the text within this requirement, but it's also looking at its upstream information or where it's derived from. So for example, its upstream user requirement mentions a real-time operating system and an algorithm. So this is an example of how we're looking much deeper than just the surface of the requirement, but we're also looking at it in context of where it is in the overall data model in your environment. So we'll take a look at another requirement here. We'll look at physical appearance. In this case, we'll go ahead and click the Analyze button on the right here. So now we're coming back with, in this case, 5 different things that potentially could be improved upon: clarity, verifiability, etc. But in this scenario, what I want to do is have it suggest an improvement. So it is taking the text that I have written, again, in context of its upstream requirements, and it's suggesting some changes that's going to improve upon the overall quality of this specific requirement. So I could take this and save it as is, or maybe I need to change some of this, like changing maybe a dimension or changing blue to red. But basically what this is allowing me to do as a requirements author or any author of any content in Codebeamer is it's providing the ability to write better content faster without as much potential rework.